Hi, good evening. I trust you are well. It's a Monday, and I was supposed to be having a live with Coach AT, the entrepreneur, this evening, and it didn't happen because of load shedding on his side. And that session, which was supposed to be on Instagram, will be on Thursday. So do save the date. It will be at 7 p.m. It will be under her handle. That is Haiti underscore the entrepreneur. Or you can just search and you will be able to find it. So do join us. We're going to have an awesome day, evening, chatting about coaching and different things that we're busy with. I'm in one of her classes. She's one of my coaches for improving my social media, looking at my what I do, sales and all that. So it's a great club that we are on, and it's on a monthly basis. And we're in a group where we've been I work with my accountability partner and we're supporting each other. So that is the other beauty, and having fantastic coaches, that is Haiti and also Cynthia. So I just thought, let me come since I'm already dressed up, wore makeup and everything else. Let me not waste this for anything else. And I feel like let me just talk about self-love. And it's something that is always we talk about, and some people think like it's a cliche. I also had a, a retreat earlier in the first quarter in March, and which was quite successful. And we learned so much. And um, I learned so much as well from the lovely ladies who came through with me to Mahalisberg. And if you missed that one, join us on the next one, which is on the 7th to the 9th of September in Mahalisberg. And with the retreats that I do, the, the month before the retreat, we do pre-work. So pre-work is starting on the 1st of August. So start registering so you can secure your spot by paying a deposit. And if you need further details, just comment below and I'll give you more details. Or you can send a WhatsApp to 061 518 3208, 061 518 3208, and just say retreat, or you follow the prompts. So just back on the topic of self-love, as I said, it's something that when I grew up, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was being selfish, and later I learned it's not being selfish, because most of my life I've always been, there's a word which says giving your all. If you're someone who's giving your all to everyone, so look into that. And so I used to do that. And at times I would do things and then later feel the resentment because I was giving it the all, and whatever I was providing to other people, I was not even giving it to myself. So self-love, it's all about tending to your worth, to your virtue, and to your happiness first before you give it to others. It's about having that love towards yourself. It's about putting yourself first. It's about saying yes to yourself, whilst at the same time you're going to say no to others. I know at times we like saying yes to others, and then later we feel that resentment, and yeah, we just feel so dirnaka, we just feel so sad. So if you're joining, just say hi so that I know who's with me on this live. So yeah, I would like to connect with you. Maybe you can tell me what self-love is. And to those who will be joining later, just type replay. And if you've got a question, let me know as well. So one, if you were to look in the dictionary what self-love is, it's a verb, which means it talks about taking action. It's talk about making a choice, and it's a process. And for one to cultivate that, you have to have a strong relationship with yourself. And as human beings, we need to relate with others. We can't do it. We cannot live this life alone. So we really need to relate with others and add value and learn. And relationship, I always say they are our great personal development because they show us things that we need to unlearn, things that we need to learn. They help us in our transformation. They'll also help us in our inner wounds, in our shadow work that we need to work on. So our mind, we've got what we call the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Our mind, when you judge someone, it doesn't take it as you are judging someone, it takes it as you're judging yourself. So that comes back to the relationship with yourself, because you are permanently in your body all the time. You are permanently in your body all the time. So another thing, what self-love means when you to look at the relationship with yourself, it's having quality time with yourself. When was the last time you had quality time with yourself? Because we normally say if you're in a relationship, you need to spend quality time with your loved one. But have you ever spent time with yourself, listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to yourself burping and releasing gas and all that, just listening to all the things that your body do? Have you ever spent time in just sitting underneath a tree and listening to the birds and feeling the reaction that you have towards the birds and being compassionate? We tend to be compassionate to others. When was the last time you were compassionate with yourself? Look into that. Are you robbing yourself of the self-love that you need? And it's also looking at forgiving yourself. And this is a difficult thing to do. I have the self-love course, which is a 7-day course, and part of that is the forgiveness. And when people write the forgiveness letter, they'll say the hardest letter to write in terms of forgiving others, it was writing a letter to forgive to yourself, to yourself, and saying, I forgive myself. So if you haven't ever done such an exercise, I challenge you to do it. Look at your life. If there are people you need to forgive, so write letters to them. You don't have to show it to them. Then you have a benefit, but also write a letter to yourself and forgive yourself for being hard on yourself, for judging yourself, for being too critical, for being less forgiving, for not listening, trusting your intuition, many things that you need to forgive yourself, because at the end of the day, when you reflect and you go and put your head on your pillow, you make a recollection of what has happened today in the past. And there are so many things you always say, I wish I've done that. I wish I've done that. So put that into pen and paper and see how that process goes. Hi, Ndobos. I see you've joined us. Welcome. I don't know what the other 2 people and the other 4 people have joined us, guys. So just write your name so that I know. Or Refila, welcome. Yes. And self-love is making yourself a priority. And this is something I've always struggled with. I've always wanted to save everyone before I save myself. Even when you climb the plane, when you they do the safety talk and all that, they say, save yourself first before you save others. And I know I've climbed so many planes when I was still working in the mines, mining career. Climbed so many planes listening to that, but it never went in. She was like, it is one of those. Until when I took it literally, what it really means, it means saving myself. So I had to look holistically into my life. And I shared on one of the posts, I think yesterday, when in April we had a Thanksgiving session, and my sister said, I'm no longer the same. She wants the energy that I have because of how I love myself. This is my sister who comes after me, and the other one who's the last born. And she said there was a month she told me that you are not the same, and I love that I'm not the same. And at times I do revert to that. So it's something that you unlearn, you peel off, you remove layers. But I would say 80% of the time I've improved in terms of that. So look into your life. Are you taking deaths for people so that you feel loved, you feel a belonging, or you buying love? And that is something that I've also seen in the self-love course from My clients have done the course. Some would wrote me a testimony and say, thank you for the course. I used to, because my parents said they've passed on, and I've got siblings, I've got brothers, and these brothers are working and they're independent. But I made a vow with my parents. They asked me before they passed on that I need to take care of my siblings. I remember when we had a session, I asked her, how old are these siblings of yours? Are they working? And she said yes. And I went like, why are you still taking debts for them? When are they gonna be adults? When are you gonna stop mothering them? And she sent me a message, and I saw her traveling, seeing her happy. And she said, wow, thank you for the course. Thank you for the session. Thank you for the coaching. There were things that I never realized. And each time I go to bed, I'll feel this resentment. Now I feel happier. I don't have to take debts, because some people, they don't take accountability. How can you carry on babysitting adults? So are you one who's babysitting adults? And also self-love means listening to yourself. Do you ever sit down and listen to yourself? Do you ever sit down and listen to your thoughts? Do you ever sit down and be able to filter between negative thoughts and positive thoughts? Thoughts which are serving you and thoughts which are not serving you. Because on a daily basis, we're creating our reality with our thoughts. So we really have to make sure most of the time we're awake. So you can, if you're working and you've got the opportunity to put a time on your phone, you can put a timer every hour and just reflect and say, where are my thoughts? Are they positive or are they negative? Are they creating my reality? Because at times you'll say, no, things are going bad for me. People they don't love me. God doesn't love me. But you are creating your reality. Reflect on the past month or the past 2 months or the past 3 months, where your thoughts have been. Have they been positive or they've been lack? Because you may say, I don't have this, and daily you're saying, I don't have this. The more you repeat something, you're going to get more of it. And also look at the relationship, the 5 people that you spend time with. Are they part of your positive life? Are they part of the dreams and the desire that you have for your life? So there is so much that self-love means. It also offering yourself the support and the encouragement. At times we want to give it to others. When have you ever encouraged yourself? When have you ever supported yourself? So reflect on that. So I just felt like, let me share that this evening as well. That it's self-love is not being selfish. And as well, another thing that I learned when I was young is that self-love is just looking at your body, means going to a spa, doing your nails. Yes, it is part of that, but it's beyond that. It's having that conversation with your inner self. It's understanding yourself. It's taking care of yourself, understanding and listening to your body as well when it speaks to you, when you say it's a rest, because our body is always communicating with us. And you've seen, if you enter a room and you can feel the negative vibe, that intuition tells you, you can read that. You've got that power within yourself. So look into that. Self-love, it's action. It's about process. It's a choice. What choice are you making on a daily basis? Are those choices serving you? Because one day you'll be on your deathbed and you say, I gave it my all and no one loves me. I did this and this and this for this one. And the question one would ask is, did they ask you? So the things that you're going beyond for people, did they ask you? Why are you being a rescuer? Why are you trying to be a saver? When are you going to save yourself? So that's what I wanted to share this evening. I trust whatever I've asked will motivate you. It will make you to look into your life and do an introspection. And if you're listening to this from Facebook, from YouTube, please like my channel, share and click the subscribe button so that more people can learn about self-love, because it's broad. Whatever I just said is just the tip of the iceberg. So it's very broad. And if you want to know more, you can enroll in my course of the 7-day. And you can also come on the self-love retreat, which is in Johannesburg. And from July, I'll be having monthly classes on Zoom session where we'll be talking about self-love, and I'll also be providing you with tools so that you can love yourself more, because self-love is not something that you just do once off. It's a process. It's ongoing, and there are so many things that you really need to untap and understand about yourself. So remember to like, share, and share this on Facebook, share this on YouTube, and also on Instagram. I'll also post it. And also tell me, what was your key takeaway from this discussion? What is it? What was something that you're like, oh my word, am I doing this? And you can just say just one line and just share. And also share with others so that others can learn. Because we really need to love ourselves. Because if we love ourselves, we're going to add value. Because love, is, as I said, it's turning to our worth, to our virtue, and to our happiness. And if we are happy, those people around us will be happy. Because happiness and love is very infectious. And people will also be looking up to you. And there are people who are looking up to you who won't tell you at the moment. So if you're doing something in terms of acts of self-love, look into that. And if you, another thing as well, I'd like you to give you to do is look at your self-love language. You can do an assessment. If you need a link, I can share with you. So do let me know, comment in the comment section and say, can you send me the link for doing the self-love quiz so that you understand your love language. You start practicing it on yourself, not delegating it to your partner or to your spouse or to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend. It starts with you. Then when you start giving that to yourself, they'll be able to reciprocate. Because when we love ourselves fully, we're able to set the tone to the world to say, this is how I need to be loved, and the world will reciprocate that to you. So that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Do share again and like and subscribe and share with me what was your key takeaway. So enjoy. Bye-bye.